What up? Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about old cycles. I feel like being closed. Like, okay, cycles closing out, cycles that are done. You know they're done. You're being guided to move on to something else, but you're having a hard time letting go. Okay, and I feel like this is something very hard, even as an adult. Okay, that I think a lot of us go through. I think all people go through this shit. And it's almost like in order for us to receive, we need to be willing to let go of things, even though we love them dearly and we value them and we think they're great, right? It's almost like I was watching Toy Story the other day with the kids and I started thinking about this and I'm like, oh my gosh, right? Kind of about there's one Toy Story, I think it's the 3 or even the 4, they made like a 4, and it's about like passing their toys on, right? Or like giving their toys away to somebody else who's gonna take care of them, or somebody else, like when Andy goes to college, right? And he's like, okay, right? And gives this little girl his toys. So, and I had this thing happen to me today, right? So I gave away, well, I didn't give it away, I sold it. Well, for basically nothing, but I sold my permanent makeup stuff. I only kept one machine. Only because I feel like as a hobby, if I want to, I at least still have a choice to play with my machine. But I got rid of all my microblades, all my supplies, right? Because I'm a permanent makeup artist. So I did get a lot of questioning about like what I do for work and like all this shit, right? So I've been a permanent makeup artist and instructor for years. And so I'm giving it up. I decided to give it up. I was instructed to give it up because I feel like I've been guided to do something else. Even though it's in the same type of field with like beauty, things like that, but I feel like it's almost like spiritual beauty. If you guys check out mgolshop.com, it's in my bio. We're all about messages, and I feel like all of our products have to do with inner beauty. I feel like our brand represents, finding beauty in our struggle and really just loving and really having compassion and soul care. And so, I don't know. Even though it's in the beauty industry, it killed me today to give away like my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, why? But I feel like it was a good thing because I was like passing it down to somebody who I knew was going to like utilize it. And actually it was kind of funny because the person that hit me up for the products was someone I grew up with. And it was really cute. Like, she was like, oh my God, I always used to look up. Like, it was just really cute. She's younger than me, but now she wants to go into that field. And I was like, oh my God, good luck. Like, and I told her, I was like, I don't know how many people have been hitting me up for these products. And I just, not the product that I'm, but the permanent makeup products that I had that I'm giving away because I feel like it's just not for me anymore. I'm not passionate about it the way that I used to be. And it's like, when I'm passionate about something, I'm just like really super into it. And so anyways, I just feel like God is guiding me somewhere else. And because I'm like starting over, it's kind of funny because I started in sales, like in beauty sales. So it's just kind of funny. Now I'm kind of going back, but not the same. It's almost like, oh, I can't even explain it. It's like almost like, when you have like those, it's like when we're dealing with like retrograde, right? But it's like things from the past are going to come back up, but it's almost like you have to be careful. Okay, are these things from the past that are going to come up that are like, okay, we're like staying stuck in the past, or are these things that are coming in from the past that have been healed, right? And I feel like, okay, so I feel like God has like put me on this journey and like this healing journey. It's like now I get to go back, but I get to start over. And so it's kind of hard to explain. But for some of you guys that have been following me from like the beginning of time, watch me kind of go through this transition period and whatever, and now I'm like restarting everything. It's just kind of crazy how like God works everything out. But I just felt like at least I was giving it to somebody that was going to utilize it. And then she just, her and I just kind of like were speaking about, and I was like, wow, this is such a great business. I'm so glad I'm giving it to you. And I said, I can't tell you how many people have hit me up for like weeks now, and I just ignored them because I was like, I don't want to get rid of the shit. But then I was like, no, because if we spiritually hang on to shit, we're never going to grow. So it was like, I knew it was time I needed to give it away. And there was really no point in me hanging on to it because I really liked it, but I wasn't passionate about it anymore. And I know that's just not something I'm really guided to do. I love teaching. I'm very passionate about it, and all my students have been like really good and successful, right? But it's like even better, I feel like, than I was at their age with like beginning. Like I'm like, wow, like they're so good. Like I don't know, I guess I feel like the classes I had, like the instructors weren't that great, but you know, obviously I learned over time, right? Trial and error. But that being said, it was like I implemented all these things into my class, and so whatever, it ended up being really great. But even though the money's great, even though whatever, it's a lot of investing. And I just felt like after I had went through like my awakening, it was like, I was guided to like just slowly leave things behind. And so that's a big deal. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going through like this career transition. And so it's like really having a lot of faith and like trusting in what we're supposed to do, but then also being open to receive, like being open to receive the things that the universe has to offer. Because I feel like when we hang on to all of these things, how are we going to be able to receive when we're still hanging on to something from the past? It's like it has to be completely closed. The cycle has to be completely closed before. I just need to get a new light in here. I'm too lazy to plug in this lamp. Anyway, but I just thought I would come on here and share that with you guys, because I just kind of found it significant in, you know, releasing things and letting go, and also not trying to go back to the past, but making sure things are healed before we can start over. Okay, because it's like, it's almost to like having karmic partners, right? It's like, are we going back to people that are basically the same version of like someone from the past, and then we're like staying stuck in a cycle? No, we want someone who's healed from the past that can come in. That's okay. That's like safe, right? So it's kind of like that, but like in a career wise. Anyways, I hope that this makes sense, but I just thought I would share this because I'm like, I know that there are like thousands of you guys that are on here that, you know what I mean? Soul fam, you know, we're all vibing and like, you know, transitioning and going through life. I feel like just in different ways, you know, in different scenarios, whatever, but it's just, I feel like, yes, like I am open to receive. And it's like when I am like into something, I get really into it. So it's like, I don't have time to focus on some shit from the past, right? Like, and it hurt me for so long that I was like, why? Like, right? Like, I don't want to let it go, but I was like, okay, Sarah, it's time. Like, it just, there's other things here. And it's like, if that was super great and everything that you do is super great, right? It's like, okay, cool. It takes off. So then this is also going to take off. This is also going to be good. This is also something that you're guided to do. So fucking do it. Just do it like Nike, bitch. You know, like, I really can't think too much about it. Because if I think too much about it, then it's like, I'm never going to fucking do it. It's like, I got to just do shit. You know, that could be a good or bad thing for some of you, for some of us, I want to say, because it's like, I'm like the stunt man who like does their own stunts, or like in the movie, you know what I mean? Like the stunt man, like the actor that does their own stunts or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Even if I have like no training. You're like, no, it's dangerous. I'm like, who cares? Just fucking do it. You know, I'm like one of those people. So I'm just like, yeah, when I'm ready, I just want to do it. And it's like, if I fucking fail epically, well, then fuck it. You know what I mean? if I go, well, then fuck it. I'm going to learn something. Either way, I'm going to motherfucking win, bitch. So that's just kind of how I feel like. No, sometimes it's like trial and error, but then it's like, okay, then we learn and then we fly, right? And then we teach other people to fly. So it's kind of like that, I guess, in a way. So anyways, I just wanted to share that. But be willing to let things go, because once the door is fucking closed, there is no opening back up, okay? We got to move on and open another door, right? Because when one door closes, another one opens, and we got to go through the other one, not the same one that we just are trying to, you know, jiggle the handle and make sure and see, like, you know, maybe it's going to open. No, it's just, it's closed, bitch. It's closed. It's closed. Throw away the fucking key, bitch, and go to another door, because God has something bigger. He has something better. And whatever you're being called to do, fucking do it, bitch. Fucking do it. You're gonna have to have a lot of trust right now, a lot of faith, and just listen. Listen, bitch. Fucking listen, bitch. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yes, hold on. You know what? We have like a few seconds left. Let's fucking. Actually, these are the cards on the mgolshop.com, and they're amazing. Let's pull it up. Woo, my goodness. Look, healing. Don't rush it. Trust the process. So for those of you that have been going through healing, don't rush it, bitch. Everything's gonna be all right, okay? Anyways, you guys, peace.